To the council, to the president of council, to the mayor, and most of all to the people. I am Leon E. Chief Frazier, and I am the CEO of the Use of Force Research Institute. I'm a 27-year retired law enforcement officer. And 14 of those years were as chiefs of police in different jurisdictions. I have a serious love for the police, and I have a very serious love for the people. They're supposed to be one and the same when they are working properly together. But something happened in Macon that caused about 9 black police officers to be fired over a 2-year period of time. And subsequent to that time, about 5 black police officers have been discouraged and left your department out of frustration. Now, normally I would not have a dog in this hunt, but your police chief, Robert Michael Burns, fired Officer Joseph Calloway. And Officer Calloway called me and asked if the Use of Force Research Institute would take a look at his case. I did, and I was appalled at what I saw. My investigation took me to the community. It took me to police officers, and it also brought me here to you. Because what I'm finding is there's a pattern of bad practices in your police department. And I'm not here to dictate to you nothing about what you're supposed to do in your city, because just like this gentleman said, if everybody come together and do the right thing, then none of us will have to come up here and say anything. I'm bringing you a report tonight that ends my 1-year investigation of what I have found out here in your streets. I too visited Pleasant Hill. I spent a lot of time down at Pleasant Hill talking to people in Pleasant Hill who have some very serious concerns about the quality of police service in their community, or lack thereof. So I don't have to take a lot of time, because if you will just indulge me and read this report, you will sense what I have found to be some disturbing situations over the last year. Now, I wish I could have pointed a finger at the council and say that you guys don't do it right, or at the police chief and say he doesn't do it right, or at the people and say they're dumbed down to the point that they just don't care anymore or can't handle it. Community organizations like the NAACP, I wish I could have just pointed at one of them and say, that's it. I couldn't. So I pointed at all of you. So I want you to read this report as if it is a mirror, not a disrespectful document, not a thing trying to tell you how to run your city. I just want you to look into this mirror and see what is going on within your police department and how that is negatively impacting the city. Now, Sir Robert Peel, when he created police in England,
you have 20 seconds.
He said that the people are the police and the police are the people. And honest to God, if you can pull that into Macon to make it a reality, you won't have any further problems out of me. I hate the chief fire officer, Calloway, because they had reduced crime in Pleasant Hill by 40%. Truancy also. I'll get these to your clerk. She can get